It's Friday, August 9th, 2013 at the Daviess County Historical Society. We're out here on the front stoop of the museum in the old Mason's Hall at 212 East Main Street. I'm looking filthy here. You can see how much dirt's on me. You see all that dirt on me, see that? And what I've been doing, I was out at Corning and we're working on the porch, trying to strip the paint off the porch out there so we can repaint it and patch some of the spots on it. You notice that some of it's a little rotted in spots, so we're going to get some resin stuff and put it in there and fix it. And Tom Doyle was working with me, and he kept pointing out saying, this is where my dad fixed it here before. So Ambrose Doyle had worked on it, and he kept pointing out saying, this is where Dad worked on this. He worked on this building a lot, he said. So we were out there this morning. I spent a little time at Stop and See, eating breakfast and talking to Mark Strange, who has his picture up on the billboard. Went to work for the funeral home in Montgomery. And it's kind of weird to say the funeral home in Montgomery, but there is one now where Kidwell Lumber was, hardware, which later was Miller's Hardware and Lumber. And now that's a funeral home, believe it or not, in downtown Montgomery. And Mark apparently went to work for him, so that's all right. His picture's up on the billboard. I thought that was kind of cool. I was sitting across from him eating. So I had a little talk about that, and he talked a little bit about St. John's, growing up at St. John's, and how hard the nuns were on him. I mentioned to him that St. Theodore Gurin had gone to St. Peter's in 1843 and was actually living at St. Peter's in what Father Soren and the Holy Cross Brothers had started building. And so Mother Theodore, St. Theodore Gurin, lived in Montgomery. And I was reading in the St. Peter's education story that they actually considered building St. Mary of the Woods at Montgomery, at St. Peter's, or at St. Mary's Bar Township. Now that would have changed a few things around here too. You can imagine Notre Dame being at Montgomery and St. Mary of the Woods being at St. Mary's Bar Township. That'd have been a whole different kettle of fish. So that was some of the stuff that we were talking about this morning. I read in the Evansville Courier the story about the priest who magically appeared at a wreck out there when the lady was praying and asking for help and asking the EMTs to pray with her because she was trapped in a car, and this priest just came out of nowhere, and they went to thank him afterwards and he was gone. They couldn't figure out how he even got there, and it's a little bit of a miracle story. That was in the Evansville Courier. I thought that was an interesting story. There's miracles all around us all the time. So, but I'm dirty here, so I may go on home and get cleaned up and come back and look more presentable for being here at the museum or just opening up. I'm very saddened by the death of Carolyn Fitzgerald. She had helped us out here. Matter of fact, just last week I had some people come in asking about cemeteries and almost called her to ask her. She's one of my sources for stories or questions about cemeteries, so she'll be sorely missed. Her and Jane Keith Lee helped me with the one-room schoolhouse exhibit up in the schoolroom, and of course she was always coming by and helping us with cleaning and trying to manage things. She's, if I understand correctly, one of the original members of the Historical Society. I don't think she was the founding member, but she was right after that. So she's been involved with this Historical Society for a long time, and we're going to miss her input and her enthusiasm for the subject. She loved history and she loved the cemetery stories, and she was a good resource for me. And it's just a sad thing. I didn't even know that she was that sick. So it's a little bit upsetting to me, considering I was thinking about even calling her just a few days ago, reading the paper that she's died on. So that's upsetting. So I'll leave it for now, and hopefully we'll see you later. We're here till about 5 o'clock today. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.